Hi there, welcome again to the Homemade Hit Show TV show, and this week we have a surprisingly entertaining video from Steve, Mr. Sungodv, Nylander, on getting the fret edges sorted out on your guitar. It's a little bit long and somehow extremely entertaining all the way through. Just a quick intro because this video is long, we've got to keep it all under 10 minutes for YouTube, so check it out, homemadehitshow.com. and check out the channels on Rever and YouTube, and we'll see you next time. Send in your videos. I like these ones where people are doing something interesting. See you next time.
The Line 6, it's a great guitar for the price, but these fret edges, they're gonna kill me. Cut those fingers. Let's get to it. Okay, basically what we're gonna do, these represent frets here. So what we're gonna do is when the guitar is new, the fret edges, here's would be the side of the fingerboard. The fret actual edges are squared and they're fairly sharp. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to file them and put a little bit of a round edge on the outside of the frets here. So that way when you're running across the fingerboard, it's going to feel nice and smooth. First important thing to do is we want to make sure you get your guitar someplace where it's not going to fall down. In my particular case, I've got the back of a leather couch, and this thing, it's not going to move. You know, if you've got your prized $1,000 guitar, you don't want it falling on the floor when you're doing any of your work, so just make sure you get it in a good spot. Alright, first thing I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to take off these strings. Okay, if you don't have a string winder, you owe it to yourself to get one. I don't know how you can live without one. So, let's take off these strings. Don't watch this too close, you get dizzy. I got my blue painter's tape. Basically what you want to do is you want to place it next to, butt it up against each fret with a little bit of an overhang. You want it to kind of hang back over on either side of the fretboard, because eventually when we get through, we're going to take, and I'm going to take a sanding block with real fine grit sandpaper, and I'm going to sand these sides. So we need to protect that because we don't want to take off any of the finish on the side, and I'll be adding some extra layers before we do that. So I'll see you in a bit after I get this all taped up. Okay, well, we've got the entire fretboard taped off. You want to get that last little bit. It's also a good idea if you have pickups, because they're going to be metal shavings, not much, but there will be. You're going to want to probably tape off any magnetic pickups. Get that all done. So now you don't have to really worry. The reason I taped this off is this is the file that we use. I got this from Stu Mac, but you can make your own. You get a needle file, take it to a grinder, and then get rid of the cross hatching on one of the edges of it, the edge that will be down up against the fretboard. But the reason you do that is so you just don't mar it up. You don't want to mar up the wood at all. So, okay, so we're going to start with our little file here and start on the first one. And I usually do the outside edges, and then I turn it around, do the other way. Okay, we're going to take our file. I'm going to start on the first fret, and the motion you use is kind of down at about a 45-degree angle, and you want to, as you stroke the file, you want to actually stroke down at 45 and then take it over to the edge there, that direction. So you just keep doing that. And you can almost, you know, if you kind of just use your ears and the feel of the file, you can actually feel that edge come off of that. And then you can take this to any length that you want. I mean, some people want super rounded edges. I just want it just enough that it doesn't take off the sides of my fingers when I'm playing. So, oh yeah, just like a baby's bottom. A little bit of stuff there. Break time. Cigar time. You must crunch the cigar right here. This is where that's where you hold on with the teeth. Okay. All right. Old man glasses, they help a lot. Getting thin up there or what? Is this on straight? Have I got that on? Okay. Let's check. Okay. That's done through the magic of video. So let's go ahead. We're going to tape up the very side here. And we're going to hit it with a sanding block with some real fine grit sandpaper. Okay, I've got some wet dry 1500 waterproof wet dry sandpaper, so it's super duper ultra fine grit. And so basically what we're going to do is, if you look at the side of the frets, you see they're kind of beveled. So we basically just want to take that and just so gingerly run that across the edge there, and keep an eye. You can see basically what's happened is you've left just a little bit sometimes of the metal kind of there, so this is just going to clean that up. So you can see I've got this nice and taped off, so none of the finish is exposed. So, and that's the finishing touch. So we're going to do both sides. Remove all the tape, and but while you got the tape on there, though, you might want to also, a lot of times the frets, you know, if you bend the string, you can feel a little bit of scraping going on there. So what I've got is another little thing from StewMac, same place where I got that. It's about 13 bucks. And you get a whole bunch of these, and basically it just sits over the fret. It's just a little piece of metal, sits over the fret, kind of protects. And then you can take either, you know, 4/0 steel wool, synthetic steel wool, maybe put a little bit of lemon oil on your steel wool, and then just kind of buff up each one of those frets. You've got it covered here, so you could pretty much, you know, do it with this the way you got it before you get it restrung. Really makes a difference. Shines them up. They're nice and shiny. Nice easy bending of your strings. So I kind of always do that kind of stuff. So alright, that's basically it. Like I said, we just remove all this tape, string it back up, and ooh, smooth. Alright guys, see you next time. Bye.